This is great. Strong yes.
Hell yeah.
Strong yes. Strong yes. Look at this fucking face.
I'm Cameron Esposito. I am a stand-up comic, and I am making a special for Dropout that's called 4 Pills.
Handheld. Sticks.
I'm also directing it. So today, I'm here with my falling apart director's clothes. You know, that's how you indicate status in Hollywood, is like, the crappier you're dressed, the more important you must be. You know, I don't have to tell you. I'm so excited to be directing this special because the concept for me was so clear.
I want a little bit of this for when things are feeling a little manic.
For this particular special, which is about being diagnosed with bipolar disorder at 40, we are shooting on multiple sets that we are building. I don't know why Dropout let me build a comedy club set. They were like, would you like to shoot this at a comedy club? I said, no, I want to build a comedy club. Doesn't it look sick? But there's such a specific vision behind it, and I wanted the experience of watching it as a viewer at home, or like wherever you are. I don't know, are you on a bus? Wherever you are, I wanted that to be elevated from the live audience experience.
Oh, I didn't see our little ladies. Our little ladies!
Flanked by ladies. A lot of comics aren't asking for little ladies, and that's one of the biggest problems in comedy today. For anybody watching, give me more work as a director, because I'm clearly killing it. Whoops. I started doing stand-up after being a professional improviser. I started doing improv in college, and I got my first job as an improviser the day after I graduated from school, and I worked professionally at 2 theaters in Boston. And so then I moved back to Chicago, where I'm from, and I started doing stand-up right around that time. At the time that I was doing it, you know, comedy in general, there were just not a lot of women. Like, that's just true. There were not a lot of women. Nobody was like doing gender fuckage or whatever I'm doing and getting a chance to perform. And in improv, I felt like a lot of times I was on stage as a prop for like the men, or I'd like be somebody's girlfriend, and I'm just like, I'm a penguin in this scene. I don't want to give you a blowjob, I'm a penguin. I have a beak, you know what I mean? Like, it was, so anyway, I started doing stand-up because it allowed me to speak in my own voice. Yeah, and I've loved it for that reason ever since.
So I take 4 pills a day.
For me, I tend to do stand-up like as pieces, as hours that are more, it's like more of a, well, first of all, it's art. And it's more of like a complete thought, a complete thing. And so a complete hour that feels like understanding this diagnosis is just, it's just so in line with what I've always been doing.
Stay tuned, it's gonna be weird. But cool, we're making...
When our own mind is what is participating in illness, that's very hard to see.
I see you.
You know, I married somebody who's not a performer, and she's seen me do stand-up a lot, but isn't attached to it as like the persona side of me.
I don't even like stand-up comedy, I find it very stressful. But I like Cameron's because they really make me laugh.
I went and I made an appointment with a psychiatrist, and I was evaluated for bipolar disorder. And did you know the symptoms of bipolar disorder are my personality?
I think bipolar disorder and who I am, they are inextricably linked, and I am so grateful that this is part of my life. It's such an awesome way to have your brain work. And at the same time, it has made my life extremely difficult. Like how difficult it is to deal with sensory issues, which are part of it for me, and then like have to fly to work or have a hard time maintaining my mood and then live with somebody who sees all that.
You know how you're with your wife watching a movie? You go, excuse me, honey, I have to go see the sound. And then you walk 4 blocks away to find the mariachi band that she can't even hear, but you can feel in your chest.
So she really sees this other side of me, which actually I think made it much worse for her when I started talking about this on stage.
There was a period of time over the course of the year or so that they were working out the material that I couldn't hear the material at all. And it wasn't because they were saying anything wrong or anything like that, but this period was very painful. And it actually was hard, to be honest, to hear people laughing about a period of time in my life that felt really fresh and really difficult, you know?
For some of the really intense mania, like I wasn't really there, you know, like she was there. I was having a different experience on another plane.
You look really good. Eyes are so pretty.
When they got this diagnosis, it felt like there was a lot of freedom in the truth and freedom in reality. When I didn't know what was going on, and when Cameron didn't know what was going on, I mean, both of us, I think, just felt so lost and scared, and that's a really tough place to be. But when we knew what was going on, there was a place to start, you know?
Is everybody ready for audience? Cool.
There's a lot of circumstances with comics. There's a lot of mental health issues, chemical dependency treatment, and our mission and our goal is to create a safety net for stand-up comedians in the comedy community.
So classy, so demure.
You have to pay up front for rehab. And I needed a little bit of help. And Comedy Gives Back, you know, called Zoe, she immediately said, here's how much I think we can cover.
We're there to find the right rehab, pay for the right rehab. And Cameron's one of the few comedians who received help and wants to talk about it in her act.
I don't know if have you had a chance to go to rehab? Yeah, it rules.
It is harder to do stand-up now that I'm medicated. When I wasn't medicated, I could utilize like the full force of mania behind my performances. Some of that is just gone, and my brain doesn't work as quickly, so that also makes stand-up more difficult.
The most recent time that I saw the material, I was laughing a lot, and the humor actually, for me, felt more honest over a period of time.
You know how you can hear everybody's AirPods that are in their ear? It doesn't matter.
Have you seen the show?
No, I'm excited to see it.
I am so excited to see Cameron for the first time. It's just so funny and honest and personal.
I expect vulnerability, wit, and hilarity. Just expect me to have a good time.
I feel so proud of Cameron. I think it takes a lot of humility to do something that you have done as second nature and expertly for so long. And suddenly you have to kind of figure out a new way to do it. That would be really hard for me.
I think what I feel so grateful for is I still love it. You know, I have a really good friend who says, what if it's not happening to you? What if it's happening for you? And I really believe that. Like, the universe has provided me such an interesting path. It's like my superpower and my disability, and they're the same thing.
Bipolar disorder, honestly, top mental illness one can have.
It's so powerful to hear Cameron speak about it on stage because they are so precise and so honest that there's a sense of shame being lifted, you know, and they really don't have shame about this because it's not a shameful thing.
By the way, how do we heal? We talk about stuff, we put it out in the light, and how do we help others? Through comedy and laugh. Oh, me too. Oh, gosh, I got that too. Oh, maybe I should go see somebody. That's the beauty of comedy. It opens you up.
This is how stand-up feels to me when it feels really good, is like we are one thing. Like me and the audience, it's not like we're even in conversation, we're one thing. Oh, I'm out of my fucking skull right now because I am so up on adrenaline. But it's a great team and it was really, really fun. I hope I get to do this forever.
I have literally no idea what I've been talking about.
What I hope is that in watching it, you experientially understand bipolar disorder. I'm trying to do a magic trick where when you're watching it, you feel like you're in my brain. So enjoy.